Hi everyone! So today I just want to share with you something that I've been reflecting on and why is change so hard? Why is changing so hard? If you look into yourself, there might be aspects in your life that you are so proud of and you want to hold on. And there's aspects in your life that you just want to change. It could be you want to start, eating healthy, like eating healthy, more fruits and vegetables and less carbs. But why is it so hard to do it? After 1 or 2 days, you're craving for that, like, I don't know, sneaker bar or M&M's, ice cream. Those are all good. I feel like everything in moderation. You can't like totally get rid of them unless you really want to. Another change is, like something, you watch a movie and you get so inspired and so motivated, like Rocky, I'm gonna work out. Or, like if you read one of those like TikTok videos or YouTube videos of how one became so successful and you start doing it and then you go back to your old habits. It is so hard to change. And we need to question why that is. And if you look deeper and if you look for answers, you can find answers everywhere now. But you have to look at the right places. And of course, you have to cross-reference, kind of like fact check your resources. But change is so difficult because of how our brain works. When you start playing piano, you keep practicing, and then it's so hard, and then you play it again and you miss a key, and you keep practicing, and over time you become so good. Or something that you can relate with, because I don't play piano. So driving, in the beginning, I learned to drive with a stick shift. So I did remember, I learned to drive stick shift in the Philippines, and I remember, when you're a teenager, you get so distracted with people, and there was like a lot of people, young people around, and I was just like, being self-conscious, and I actually did hit a car parked near our house, but our neighbor was so nice that they let it go. So driving is not easy. It is so hard in the beginning. Stick shift. And then as you keep driving over the years, you can even, I don't know, listen to a podcast or listen to audiobook. You can look at the lights around you when it's during Christmas time, and you're able to just drive so easily, like somehow, like with practice over time, our brains become hardwired and it becomes a subconscious action to do. Same thing with playing piano, driving, or riding a bike, driving a car. Everything just becomes so embedded in you that everything becomes easy. So same thing with our personalities, whether it's positive personalities or negative personalities, they become so embedded in your brain. So there is a lot of neurons in your brain, and the more you do one thing like driving, it becomes hardwired. They connect in your brain and they becomes hardwired and it becomes embedded, and now you have that skill. So if you are in your experience, because life will keep, pushing you down to your knees. You have these big dreams. I've had a lot of big dreams. And then you get so excited and it's coming true, and then something happens and then done. So we settle, we compromise, move on to the next project. There's so many reasons why we need to keep going, but it's so hard. And then life showed us time and time and again that it is not going to be easy, that we are not worth it, and then it is impossible. So we stop and we settle, and now we are here. So our brains become hardwired with whatever it is you focus on, negative or positive. So same thing. And that is the main reason why change is so hard. Like, I grew up in the Philippines. Like in the Philippines, you eat rice with egg or hot dog for breakfast. You eat rice and chicken and vegetables for lunch. You eat rice and, grilled fish and vegetables for dinner. You'll be lucky if there's vegetables most of the time because our food is so good and hearty and yummy. So I grew up like that. So rice is hardwired for me. Like, I don't do that anymore. I do eat rice off every week at least. It is like pure carbs, So too much of it is not good. Too much of it says it's not good because it's, carbohydrates becomes glucose, and it's not, it can cause diabetes, too much of it, and also because of a presence of arsenic. So I'm also, in many of my day ones, I've been trying to cut out carbs like bread and rice. But like you said, it's so hard to change because it is so hardwired in my brain. That's how I grew up. So I'm trying to eliminate it, but I have to have it at least once a week so I can get it out of my system. But those are the many examples why change is so hard. But the only way to really change our lives for the better is to change ourselves. If we want to stay the same, then do whatever it is that you are doing now, and you are guaranteed to stay the same. Other factors may come your way that may cause some changes, but if you want to intentionally change the trajectory of your life, if you're not happy where you are, if you want more success, if you want more out of life, we have to change the status quo. We have to change what it is where we are right now, and it is not easy. We have to do it in increments, like being aware of what needs to be changed and practicing that every day. If you want to learn a skill, it could be public speaking, or it could be just putting that extra time a day in writing a book, or whatever it is that your heart desires. We have to practice every single day, until we become it, until it becomes embedded in our brain and it becomes part of our subconscious, and we don't even have to make a crazy amount of effort to do it anymore. Change is hard because we are rewiring our brain, and our brains are rewired for the last 43 years. And also some aspects of it are from the generations before us. Believe it or not, we are still kind of have that like instinct, or when many million years ago, when people had to look for food and watch out for that bear or lion that may come our way, it's still in us. So we have to kind of like change how our brain works, so we can achieve our goals and dreams. It's the current programming in our brains that are stopping us from achieving our dreams. So it's like, if you want to make a presentation and you want to have all these embellishments, and you have a PowerPoint app in your computer, and you want to do all the things that Canva can do in a presentation, no matter how hard you do it, unless you have a better version that I don't know of, then it's going to be so hard, because those are two different programmings. You actually have to install Canva, or you have to have a subscription for it into your computer, so you can do all the Canva embellishments and enhancements and apps that are in it, and all the feature that they have. Same thing with our brain. If we want to get closer to that growth and wealth mindset, we have to kind of tap into that habits that they possess and just get it with us, in us. And it's going to be a work in progress. It's not going to be easy, and it's something that I'm working on. I want to grow, I want to develop, I want to go on to the next step for my sake, to live life to the fullest. And also I owe it to my kids and everyone around me. So I want to be able to show them how beautiful the world is. I want to be able to afford it, and I know I will be able to do it in time. And again, this is probably my day 1 or day 2, but I am in that journey right now of self-development, to change my past self, to change how I am now, to change so I can achieve my dreams. And I am working on it. So if you have any tricks or suggestions or hacks or experiences that you want to share that might inspire other people, feel free to share it in the comments. I want to be in a community where we can grow together and make faith in God and in goodness and having positive changes in our lives to make it cooler and make it more contagious, make it spread like wildfire. And God bless.